doing this for a long time. We've had a chance to see a lot of really neat kids and meet kids in so many different capacities. And one of the guys who was out here on this program when he was in high school is the coach that we have right now, Frank Harshevsky, the coach at South Bend John Adams High School. Frank, I know this is something that you and I discussed the last time. You know, I tell you what, I'm going to be 67 in October, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm still having so much fun being around tackle football, being around kids, being around coaches, because I just believe, and I maybe I just crazy outside my mind, but I just believe that there's so much hope and there's so much excitement and there's so much going on in a positive. You can get caught up in all the negative, but when I meet the kids that I get a chance to meet, and just think about what it's like. For 31 years, not only here but in Northwest Indiana, of all the kids that we've talked to over the years, think about that. And it's such an exciting time to see people like you wanting to come back and give back. So, man, I'll tell you what, I'm high on the football life, man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. It's a blast to be a part of, and,
it is.
And we're so blessed to have you guys to do this for us. And yeah, I mean, I love listening to it. So thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how camp's going. Did you guys are you getting better every day? Because that's the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, our word of the year is development. That's what we talk about all the time. Is we want to get better every single day, every single snap, every single rep, to be the best team we can be by the end of the year. And so, you know, it's a journey, and there's ups and there's downs, but we love being a part of it. And as long as the trend line continues to go up, we'll be happy.
Well, I know this is only year 2 for you, and the one thing that people always tell you just don't know how it's going to be a head coach until you just jump into the pool. You're going to do one of two things. You jump in the pool. You're either going to drown or you're going to swim to safety. Yeah. So I know that sometimes you feel like you're drowning. Sometimes I know you feel like you're just kind of mows along. You're swimming well. So what are the things are some of the things that you learn in year 1 that you won't repeat in year 2? Conversely, that, hey, listen, I can be better at this in how I do things.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I think there's all sorts of things. I mean, just as far as what we as a staff think fits better with the kids now that we've developed a knowledge of who they are as players. But I think bigger than that, kind of having this year to develop the relationships with them, get to know them, kind of know what motivates them and what interests them kind of outside of football. I mean, what we're in is a relationship business, you know, and we love to build these relationships with these kids and see them develop over time. And so now having that year of experience, it's been fun to look back at like where we all were a year ago and see how much we've grown.
I mean, think about it. You guys coached with your current staff, and some of the guys are maybe even new, but you've only been a head coach for 10 games. Mm-hmm. And so not only were you coaching student athletes, you were coaching coaches. You guys were getting to know each other. You guys had to learn to trust each other. And those are the kind of that's the journey you've been on, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's I felt like last year I had to manage a lot more than the coach, and it wasn't because that the coaches weren't competent or the players didn't know what they were doing, but I had to learn a lot too, and so you know, with this year, I feel like I'm back to coaching a lot more and get to be involved in everything and every snap, and I'm less worried about what's going on the outside.
So tell me about the coaching staff, and what are you excited the most about the growth of your staff collectively?
Yeah, I think both the defensive coordinator and offensive line coach have stepped up incredibly. We've added a couple of new people at defensive line and linebacker. Again, just a ton of energy givers across the board. Coach Jalen White, Coach Trey Seiler, Randy Medlin, Bud Luca, just really good football people. And my favorite thing about them is that you know, a lot of them are Adams grads and Adams people and are bought into what we're doing at Adams kind of outside of just football. And so that's cool to have with us.
Okay, so what can you tell me about your group offensively? Are you happy with the progress your guys are going, and then conversely on the defense?
Yeah, I think so. I'm happy up front offensively, especially. We brought a lot of guys back, and I think they lead our team, which is fun to be a part of. Kind of traditionally at Adams, we've had a lot of athletes, and we've struggled up front, and that's kind of going back 15 years or so. But you know, that's definitely not the case with this group. We feel really confident with our group up front. We return our quarterback as well, so that's fun to be a part of. But we've still got to develop at every position every single day. Defensively, again, it's kind of similar. We like our guys up front, and our guys on the outside we like a lot too. But they're a lot younger, have a lot less varsity experience.
All right, we got a couple guys here representing the Eagles program. Braylon Williams, wearing the white shirt here to Coach's right, and then Landon down at the other end of the block there, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Now, people may or may not know this, but this is the new look Paul Condry and the Santa Claus beard, as my wife Tanya's saying. But really, Landon and I talked about this before the season started, and the thing was going to be is who was going to grow the thickest beard. And as you can tell right now, I'm losing miserably right now.
I don't know.
But Landon's got now think about this. I could not even grow facial hair when I was in high school, Landon, and this is a scary thing for me. That beard, first of all, from one bearded guy to another, looking good, my man.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us a little bit about how Coach Frank's doing with the guys. Are you guys getting better?
Oh, I feel like we're getting better every day, like Coach said. Really up front, I feel like he's really brought us together as a whole. I feel like with us all returning, it's really been great.
You know, I hope you understand some of the pressures and the dynamics that he was under. He had to hire all new coaching staff, meeting players for the first time. And I'm not making excuses for him because he won't allow me to do that. But I want to point out the obvious, that there was so many things and only had 10 games to kind of get to know you guys.
Yeah.
So what's different from the first year, Coach Frank, versus Coach Frank in year two?
I feel like with all the off-season lifts that we had and all the off-season practices, we've really got to know Coach Frank, and I feel like it's really helped us grow as a team all together.
And what did you do specifically to get better at your craft?
I've been in the gym a lot in the off-season. I've been in the turf field on the inside working on my footsteps, all that. I feel like even everybody on the line has really been bought in, grouped together in the line or in the weight room, just really lifting as a line, getting better.
Are you going to spend the majority of your time on the offensive side, or are you going to play two platoon the whole time?
Right now I'm just on the O-line, but I'm hoping soon that I can get a little bit more condition, get both sides of the ball.
Frank, does that really come down to a conditioning decision?
Yeah, we'll see. We'd like some of our guys up front, but, potentially if we need the size in there, he's our biggest, strongest guy, so we could be in there.
Okay, let's get some thoughts here from Braylon Williams. Braylon plays special team, defensive back, wide receiver. Braylon, I'm going to give you the same question that I gave my bearded friend down there. And that being said, that, looking at Frank's first year as a head coach and now as Frank's second year as a head coach, in what areas have you seen him grow?
I've definitely seen him become more involved with the team. I didn't play too much last year, but I noticed that. And I feel like he brings a lot more intensity at practices, tries to bring us all together, tries to get us riled up, and that just makes practice overall better.
Who else on the offense, I'm going to give you the offense to talk about, who else on the offense is going to have to make big plays for you?
It's definitely going to have to be our secondary, and, he already said it, but we are a lot younger than we were last year in the secondary, so we still have to develop that, and I feel like that'll be a big part of our defense.
Okay, Landon, coming back to you, who else on this football team is going to have a great year for you guys to get better?
I feel like definitely Phoenix is going to have to step up this year. I know it was a good year last year for him. It's definitely a development year last year, but I feel like he's really been working in the offseason. I feel like he's going to have a great year this year.
All right, so you guys are going to open up against Culver Academy. You're going to see my buddy Andy Dorrell's football team. Always well-conditioned, always well-coached. Give us an idea on what you can expect from Culver Academy.
I know they have some big guys up front, definitely on the D-line, but, some of them are younger and experienced. I feel like we're definitely going to have, a good game up front against them.
Well, you need to go up to Coach Dorrell before the game and says, hey, listen, my white-bearded friend Paul says we're going to walk all over you guys.
Hey,
okay, you going to tell him that?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wish you best luck. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Stick around because Tanner wants to get a picture of the two best beards in Michiana before you leave here, okay? Well, I hope you have a great time, guys, and enjoy this senior season. I know this is going to be an awesome opportunity. Frank, I know, final thought for you. I'm going to give you an open-ended question. The Adams Eagles are going to fly high if this happens.
If we come together and we work hard every single day.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
I like it.
Yep. We got to unify. We got to improve every single day. And you'll be successful to do that.
I love that mindset. Keep it simple. That's the simplest thing that all you can do. Guys, thanks again for being here.
Hey, thank you, Paul. Thanks for having us.
We're going to take a quick time out. We're going to get our photo with my bearded friend Landon Roberts, and we're going to do that right after this. We have the Concord Minutemen coming up, so stick around for that. We'll be back with more of high school football here on Regional Radio Sports.